We were sitting down, we were playing a game called 10,000. And it came out of Miss Love's mouth, "Are you a contractor?" And he answered, "No, I do handyman work." And she was well aware of that.
So after a few weeks, you raised the issue of potentially working on one of your properties.
It was known by the time we got off the ship that he was going to start doing some work for me, because I was given the impression by both parties that he was a licensed contractor.
Mr. Bruce, did you start doing work for her immediately?
Correct.
All right, and what type of work was that?
Patching a hole in the ceiling, some painting in her bathroom, things like that, minor things.
Are those things that you need to be licensed in the state of California
No.
to do? Did everything go okay with that first job?
Yes.
And did you pay him fully?
Yes.
Mr. Bruce, were you fully compensated?
No.
Okay, tell me your version.
We went out to her home. We looked at the jobs that she wanted done. They were never done.
He patched the hole.
Oh, did you patch a hole in a private?
No, I never did anything to her property.
Oh boy, all right. Okay, so let's go past the first residence because we don't agree on that. Let's go to some discussion about an illegal ADU. Tell me, Mr. Bruce, first, what was the work that you were supposed to perform on this additional dwelling unit on a property?
Okay, it was supposed to be demoed, taking all the drywall down, taking the door, which was a garage door, and put it back in working order.
How much did the defendant agree to pay you?
$1,865.
Okay. Did you pay him in full for that work?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Bruce, again, you have an acknowledgement that that work was done?
The work was done, but I was only paid $900 as a deposit, which is an implied contract, Your Honor.
Ah, well, let me ask you about that, because on the estimate that you've given us, the down payment was supposed to be $965.
Correct.
So if she only gave you $900, which is not what this called for.
The mix-up is when she was supposed to give me $965,
She only gave
me $900.
So you expected the $965, but she only gave you the $900.
Right.
Okay, which would have been the balance due. Okay.
Right.
So what I want to take you next to, Mr. Bruce, is the next page, which is page 4, because this appears to be a separate estimate for a job that cost exactly $900.
Yes.
Tell me about that job.
Those were door jambs and
Okay.
a unit up front that needed to be replaced.
Did you do the work?
I started the work, and then she interrupted the work to go to Compton.
And that is the sort of source of the main complaint
Correct.
here. Judge Coyero, pick us up there.
Okay, what was your agreement with respect to that Compton property?
I had a 3-man crew. We were supposed to take the linoleum off the floor. We were supposed to patch the walls. We were supposed to paint. We were supposed to hang ceiling fans and restore the kitchen cabinets.
When did you agree to finish that job?
December 31st.
You didn't do it by December 31st.
I couldn't complete it by December 31st.
And that was because you and your wife decided to take a trip to Africa.
We went to Ghana.
To Ghana.
We stayed in Ghana for 2 weeks.
You had a tenant coming into that property as of January 1, am I right?
That's correct.
So you wanted the job finished in December.
When he took on this project, I told him the work needed to be done by a certain date because this young lady needed to move by a date. She had already given her 30-day notice to her previous landlord. During that time that he did the work, he told me that he hired, and excuse my French, lazy MFs to help him from his halfway house, and he had to redo the work that they had done, and Mr. Bruce knew that he had a deadline. And Your Honor, and to give you some background, my husband, rest in peace, was a contractor and a building inspector for the city of Los Angeles. And had he not died, he would have finished that work and I would have never had to hire him. It's by the grace of God that the city of Los Angeles did not ask for his contracting license, or else they would not have passed that garage.
Did you create the illegal garage?
No, sir, it was done before I was born.
Yeah.
Okay, so you inherited a building that illegally permitted other people to live in it when it should have been a garage.
Correct.
Right, so you wanted to fix it. And you were getting fined because apparently somebody came on your property and saw it?
I had to go to court behind that, behind what somebody did prior to my birth. So this was very serious, and I knew I had to have a licensed contractor. Had he just said, oh, I'm just a handyman and I just do da-da-da-da-da, I would have never hired him.